This video is going up a little bit late, but it's up nonetheless. Today I am reviewing the beginning of the end, really, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's a bit dark there, but you can see the cover there. This is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital combo pack. So you got everything in here. Actually Part 2 is on sale for only $10 at Walmart right now, where I live anyways. And that's pretty good because that only came out probably like around Christmas. So it's still fairly new, so if you haven't got that, this one's probably on sale as well. But anyways, they split Book 7 up into two parts, which is something that a lot of people talked about doing, how they should have done it for the earlier books, particularly number 4, 5, and 6. Numbers 1 through 3 really didn't need that, but number 4 and 5, those were two of the longer books. 5 was the longest, and a lot of people said they should have split it up. But I think that they would have really been going overboard with that, because they did do a good job with those, kind of getting all the stuff from the books into the movies. You can see what I had to say about all those movies in my previous reviews, numbers 1 through 6. Today I'm doing this one, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Came out December 2010, I think. I think that's when it came out. Or no, not December, November 2010. So really 9 years, I think, after the first one. So they have really grown up. They're a lot better actors. They grew up really quickly, I guess, especially from like the first movie all the way to the fourth movie about. But yeah, so from this point there will be probably some spoilers, so I wouldn't watch this if you haven't seen the movie before. So I'm giving you a warning. Just click away right now. And if you haven't clicked away by now, apparently you want spoilers, or you've seen it already and you're just watching this review. So Harry and his friends have decided not to go back to school because they need to go after the rest of the Horcruxes, which are the things basically keeping Voldemort alive. They're kind of part of his soul in each different thing. So they're not going back to Hogwarts. They're going out to fight. They kind of have to go in hiding because Harry is sought after by the Dark People, of course, the Death Eaters and Voldemort, just because he's Harry Potter. His friend Ron is sought after because his family are blood traitors, apparently. And Hermione is sought after because she is Muggle-born, and so they want to imprison her or kill her even. So they're all on the run, they're doing their thing, and that's basically what this movie is, trying to find the Horcruxes and stuff. And then a couple other elements like the Deathly Hallows, which are special magic things, which I won't say what they are because they do explain it in the movie. What I found about this movie, what I liked and didn't like, because it's split into two, the first time I saw this movie, and until I watched this movie again a couple of weeks ago, I've seen this movie 3 times, but for some reason, until I watched this movie again a couple of weeks ago, I was under the impression that this movie was really, really slow and that not much happens, because compared to the second one, Part 2, it is kind of slow, but it's actually really not too bad because it is building up to the finale, which is Part 2, the next movie after this one. But watching it again, it really isn't that slow. There are a lot of events that go on. There are a lot of down periods where it is somewhat slower compared to usual because they have to explain a lot for this book because it is kind of complicated. If to just explain in very minor detail, it does take a lot of explanation. So that's why they kind of split this movie up into two. And this one, I did like. It does have a lot of down parts, but overall, it was very interesting. They did do a good job doing the transition from book to movie, and I absolutely would recommend checking this one out if you've made it to number 6 and you don't think, oh, I don't think I'll watch number 7, part 1 and 2. Why, I don't know. But if you've never... at this point, there's not even a point in me saying, check this movie out, because you've either seen the entire series or you haven't, or if you have seen part of the series, it's like number 1 or 2, not up to 6 and then stop at 7. So really, there's no point in saying this. But this is a great movie. I do recommend it. I can't really think of any flaws aside from the fact that they did have some down parts. They did do a good job of doing the transition from the book to the movie. So there's really nothing to complain about in this movie from what I can remember. When I was watching, I couldn't really think of anything to complain about. If I was finding things, it was because I was kind of nitpicking and trying to find something wrong with it, but there really isn't anything wrong. So, great movie. Watch the first 6 if you've never seen them. Why you're watching this review, I don't know. But, yeah, man, that's really dark. Maybe this one's brighter. Yeah, kind of. But Yeah, and if you don't own it on Blu-ray or DVD, even if you only own a DVD player, just get this, because one day you will have a Blu-ray player. DVDs will be obsolete, just like VHS tapes have been for several years now. This comes with a DVD. Even though you can't watch Blu-ray yet, you'll want to in the future, rather than having to buy the DVD now, sell the Blu-ray. That's really the only recommendation I can make, instead of saying check this movie out. Buy the Blu-ray combo pack, because you get the digital copy. You can either sell it on eBay if you wanted to, but you wouldn't get very much for it anymore, because it's not that new. Or you could just put it on your iPhone, iPod, whatever. Check this movie out. I'll be back for next week, reviewing the second part of this movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2. And I have a little special thing at the end of that video concerning my review the week after that. So make sure you watch that. If you don't watch my review next week, just watch like the end of the video and then my review the week after. So, see you then.